Hello everyone, this is Alex, and in this review we are going to talk about Quick Order extension. This extension is made by Magento and it could improve your ordering process. So in this review I'm going to install this extension. I'm going to demonstrate basic functionalities that it provides, and then we'll make a short summary. So let's start. Of course, the first thing that you will need to do is to obtain the extension and to download it. I already have file downloaded. Let me show it to you. And by default it comes in a zip file, and you will need to unzip it, and once it's done you will see the folder with a number of files. So what we are going to do, we're going to open the user guide, and according to the user guide we need to upload the extension. Let's do it. It's step number 4. We need to upload all the files of this extension to the following path. So I'm gonna use WinSCP software. As always, I really like this application, and I'm gonna connect to my server. With my credentials. Okay, then we go to applications, username, public HTML, I returned by mistake, so app, code, Magento, and let's upload the extension files. But before we'll actually do it, let's determine which folder we need to create. I'm gonna open a folder with extension files here, and I'm gonna check the file called registration.php. Okay, and according to this record we should create a folder called Quick Order. Let's do it. So I have created this folder under Magento, and now I'm ready to upload the files. I select all the files and move them here. Let's wait a little. Okay, great. Let's return back to the user manual, and according to the manual we will need to execute two following commands. I usually use Putty's application, so let's launch Putty, and let's fill out it with my server credentials. Okay, from the default root directory we'll need to go to application, to username, public HTML, and it's necessary to be inside the directory where you store the Magento files. From that place you could execute the commands. So now we should be ready for the execution, and let's execute one command by one. Here's the first one. Okay, now let's execute the other one. Okay, we have executed both commands. Actually, it's not an error, it's just warning. So everything should be fine. Let's check this now. I'm gonna return back to browser and I'm gonna log into my Magento dashboard. Okay, and let's go to stores, configuration, and under Mage Plaza extensions, let's scroll down. I expect to see here something like a quick order. Okay, and we have it. Here is quick order, and here is 3 main tabs which related to configuration. Let's activate it. First of all, we need to go to general configuration, and we have tab called enable. Let's enable this extension, and road name is actually the path where quick order page is stored, so let's leave it as default. Page title, also something that you will see on the top, it's just sample text. And the more interesting option here is allow customer group. So for example, if you would like to limit quick order functionality for a particular customer group, that's the place where you can do it. For example, if you would like to leave this option for wholesale customer only, you will need to uncheck this box and select just wholesale customer. But in my case, I would like this option to be available for all the customer groups. So I will check this box. There are some other options related to quick order label. We can modify it, and also we can determine where we would like this button to be displayed, the place. I will leave as is. Let's move to the search section, and here we have some other options. So for example, in this particular section we could determine the number of symbols when quick order will start to react. By default, from what I remember, it react on 3 characters. Then we have some limitation field which could limit the result, and we could actually set whether we would like to see images of the product or not. So I would like to leave the options by default, and I'm not going to change them. And finally, you could modify design or appearance using these options. So more or less, I'm fine with the default configuration. I'm going to click Save Config, and I expect that this extension is now activated. All I have to do is to clean the cache. Okay, so let's flush Magento cache. Okay, and now let's go to our website from the customer standpoint, and let's try to find out how this option works. So I'm gonna launch my browser in West window just to avoid any potential caching problems. And I will need to create an account to use this option. So let's wait a little bit. Let's wait for cache to load, and I'm gonna click create an account. And here I will just create an account. So I have an account created, and we have a nice blue button here, and it's the button which is coming from our extension. So let's click on it and let's see how it works. It loads slowly, but it's because it creates cache. It's first time load after we clean the cache. So let's wait a little bit. Okay, and here is a page, and let's start from this main search input field. So I'm going to type something like jacket, and as you could see, we have the product started on jacket, and let's add several. Okay, and here we could easily modify them. For example, medium size, and I would like red. For example, medium size, and I would like green. And here is the quantity. So that's the one option. Let's try. I'm gonna click add to cart, and we have them on cart. Okay, let's return back to quick order. I'm gonna click checkout because for some reason I could not see that the products in my cart. Let's double check this. No, they are not. Okay, let's try again. Maybe there was some caching problems. So okay, I need medium, for example, once again, and I need both too. Once again, it loads slowly because it's first time. Okay, they was on cart, but there was some caching problems. There is nothing wrong with this extension. It's all about cache. First time when Magento creates cache, it could work not the way it's expected, so it's absolutely fine. So I have 4 products, and we return back even 8 products. Yes, 8 products because we use quantity 2 everywhere. So I'm gonna return back to quick order, and when I type J, and the second symbol it started to react. And if you would like to modify this reaction, for example, if you would like to have quick order to react on, for example, minimum 3 symbols, you could determine it in configuration. Let me return back and I will show you this option. I'm gonna go to stores, configuration. Let's scroll down, Image Plus extension, quick order. And here is after search menu. Let's, for example, say 4. Let's clean the cache. And let's return back. I'm gonna refresh this now. Okay, and let's try to insert 2 symbols. And no reaction, as you could see. But as long as I will add 2 letters, it will start reacting. So that's the first interesting options that we recently reviewed. Next thing is how to add multiple products. So for example, if your customer is a wholesale customer who buy in bulk, for example, they might find this option useful. So for example, let's open store in new window. Let's go to yoga, for example. Let's open these pants. I think I will practically use pants in search. Okay, and we have a lot of pants here. I will open just several. And let's imagine that your customers are aware of SKUs and they would like to buy in bulk. Let me return to quick order. Okay, they would like to buy in bulk and they would like to configure the order from this line. So how it works? So there's some template here, so we need to type SKU, then quantity. For example, they need 10 pairs, then option 1. Option 1 in our case is gonna be size and then color. So for example, if we're speaking about these pants, we will like size, for example, 32, and color black. And let's return back and let's do the same for this model. So SKU, then quantity, let's say we would like 5 here, then size, let's say we want 34 here, 34, and let's then color. And we don't have black here, so let's try blue. And I'm gonna click add to list. Okay, and we have pants added to the, or products added to the list. All we need to do now, if you would like to continue, we need to press add to cart. Okay, and they have been added. Let's scroll down to make sure. Yes, here they are. And it's pretty and fairly, it's pretty useful for the customers who buy a lot, who buy wholesale. And finally, there is one interesting option to do similar operation, but using the CSV file. First of all, let's download this file. I'm gonna copy this file to my desktop for convenience. Okay. Actually, CSV file could be opened with almost any application, including Notepad, but I personally use Ron's editor. I like it. It also very friendly in Excel. So let's do the same operation but with CSV. Now let's refer to jackets. Let's return back. Not pants, but I would like jackets now. For example, this jacket and this shirt. So SKU, I type it here. Quantity, for example, I'm fine with 1. And color, let's say I would like large and green. So I type here size L, color green. And let's do the same for, sorry, not this browser, the same for this short or tank is more correct. So I'm gonna add size here. I would like large, and let's replace with appropriate SKU. This one. Okay, and color. We have gray here. Gray is the only option, so let's put gray here. Okay, let's save this file. And let's upload it. Okay, I've closed the right page, so let's simply return back to the quick order. Let's clean our cart. Let's click quick order, and let's upload our file. Okay, and we have the required product uploaded to the list. So if we would like to continue with the purchase, all we need to do is to click add to cart. Okay, and they have been added. We can also click practically not add to cart, we can also click checkout. Let's click checkout right away. Let's simply add something. For example, sweatshirt. Checkout. Okay, and let's make sure that sweatshirt is here, and it's here. So you can either add to cart, or you can go right after from quick order to checkout. Both options are fine. So if to summarize, this extension, it might be very useful, but especially it's useful in case if you have a particular group of customer, let's say wholesale customer, which may want to use spreadsheet or Excel file to buy bulk, to order bulk. And in this case, this extension is something that you may want to consider, because it could really improve ordering process for this type of customers. So I really enjoyed working with this extension. I could recommend it, but the only thing that I found is that for some reason it does not redirect me to the one-page checkout. When I click this button, it forwards me to regular checkout. Let me show you what I'm speaking about. Okay, and once again, if I will click here, it will order me to generic checkout page or default checkout page. Okay, but if I will click from here, proceed to checkout, I expect it to forward me to the one-step checkout, which is installed. So I will practically email to Magento Plaza with a request to actually explain this. Maybe I'm missing something, but more likely there's some kind of things that might need to be improved. Apart of that, I think that's all. Thanks for watching. I hope this video is useful, and from this video you learned whether you would like to use this extension or you could go without it. If you want to receive more reviews for other extensions, please subscribe to my channel, thumbs up, and email me or write a comment and indicate extensions that you would like to see. So I will try to make my best and make a review for you. Thank you.